coming to you live.
Coming at you, baby.
It says it's loading, actually.
Goddamn iPhone.
Okay, we are. Okay, so, and let's go ahead and... You're recording, Steven?
Yep, all good.
All right, let's get started. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Another Bourbon Show. Tonight, we are having a free-for-all episode, basically for logistical reasons and laziness reasons, to be
and
completely...
fun. And fun. We don't owe anybody anything.
That's right. That's right. As I've got Old Monroe Stumpies all over the place, but I'm not drinking their stuff. I'm drinking Elijah Craig tonight. I'm drinking a old barrel pick of Elijah Craig small batch. What are you drinking, Steven?
Right now, I'm drinking some New Riff single barrel that I picked up. It's not one that's like a pick. It's just their typical, off the shelf barrel proof.
Yeah.
And then I wanted another one that's a little higher proof to move to later. That is another one that I thought would be a good pairing. So I got Nulu Toasted.
Very nice.
That I got from Total Wine while I was down in Kentucky.
Love Nulu stuff. That's, yeah, they're doing a lot of good things. Ryan, what about you? What are you drinking, bud?
I'm doing some of our barrel pick, the Old Monroe.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of that, and I'm actually drinking some red wine. Some Thread Count.
Thread Count. Never heard of it.
Yep, by Quilt. Yep, it's a good wine. Just tried it for the first time.
Maybe blend a little bit there. Maybe like the glass that you had the wine in. Maybe do a pour in there afterwards. With the whiskey.
Oh, a little whiskey pour in the wine.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Was it a Merlot?
No, it's a red blend.
Red blend.
Mixture of a few different grapes. It doesn't say on the bottle though. So
he's not drinking any fucking Merlot.
The leftovers.
What'd you say?
That's the leftovers.
I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Who knows?
That's probably like it.
It probably is.
Not that I'm not even saying that that's a bad thing, but.
And I want to say something cool about this bottle. Screw top.
Love it.
Much better.
Love it.
Much better. And I wasn't really expecting to drink this. I was messing with this. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is a screw top. And I opened it and I'm like, well, I guess I got to drink it. Otherwise, it's going to go bad in 2 days.
And it's called Thread Count?
Thread Count, yeah. It's a wine by Quilt, who's owned by Copper King Winery out of California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They make like Eloan. I don't know if you've ever seen Eloan or Belglas wine. Probably not. No.
I'm not a wine guy. But I do want to make sure that folks, we've got like 15 people in the live right now. I wanted to make sure that you guys know that I'm paying attention to live also. So if you've got questions, let me know. But we are just recording our podcast, decided to do a live at the same time. So yeah, throw questions out there. Make fun of me, make fun of Steven or Ryan. It's really easy. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's basically like one of our regular podcasts, but worse because there's just dumbass random interjections that we're gonna have from randos who are like, "Duh, how do you guys get blinds?" Shit like that.
Yeah, and like this question: what is whiskey? Question mark. It's a distilled spirit from cereal grains. That's what whiskey is.
I asked that.
Well, Ryan, yeah, you probably did at one point ask that.
I gotta get the questions going. Someone's got to start.
He literally asked that. Dan.
I asked that question. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
me.
That actually makes sense now. Sorry.
Dick.
Yeah. My bad. So yeah. So what was your reason in choosing the New Riff tonight, Steven?
I had a long fucking day, and I just wanted to have some more. I just had dinner right before we started, and I just felt like having some. I didn't have like a piece of chocolate or something like that after dinner, and I wanted something more desserty and sweet tasting. So I thought the New Riff fit the bill, and then from there I was like, I didn't want to drink New Riff all night though, and I was like, I think the Nulu would be a good afterwards. So that's not a lot of thought went into it, but I like you, I really love the Nulu stuff that I've tried.
Yeah,
I was kind of shocked actually how much I liked it.
Yeah,
the new I already can't remember. It's been kind of a whirlwind last few months, but I believe that I even said that the Nulu Toasted was one of my bottles of the year. um, during that show, but I've already forgotten. It at least got an honorable mention, I want to say.
It probably did.
Yeah.
I don't. So I remember you specifically mentioning the Oakeneden Amburana finish.
Yes. Yeah.
And our barrel pick.
Yeah.
And then I know we were big on Sweetheart of the Radio, but I don't. Nulu may have come up. I don't know.
Yeah. If I
But
didn't, it was
yeah.
an oversight. It's a great bottle, and this happens to be a Total Wine pick, like I said, from Kentucky.
Yeah.
But I've heard that all of the toasted barrels from Nulu, the toasted barrels specifically, are S tier. But
Mhm.
really, like, I was between that and experimental finish, like a honey finish, which I'm sure
Yeah.
was great too. So
Hey, Brad, want to say hi to you. You ask, what's up, guys? Good evening. So want to recognize the interaction there. Ryan, what made you, we know why you chose the wine, because you fucked up and accidentally opened it.
Right.
Was there a thought process behind grabbing our barrel pick?
These were the two bottles next to me
Gotcha.
on the floor. Yep.
Yeah. That's a fair reason.
I was curious. I was like, how little effort could Ryan have put in? Oh yeah, that's right. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? What was literally within arm's reach?
Physical proximity.
I got like 10 whiskeys I haven't tried downstairs, but I'm waiting to try them with you guys. So that's why I didn't open anything else. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
so sweet.
What a guy.
Except for the Elijah Craig 18 year, I had to pop that open.
Yeah.
Oh, except for the good
Yeah.
ones.
Except for the good one. Yeah.
And you're
Except
like,
for the ones I
and
really
this one,
wanted.
and this one.
So I almost grabbed this one to drink. But so this is an Old Monroe, but it's got an error on it. Do you see that?
I see it.
It's 191 proof, it says. It's supposed to be 119 proof. And it's a River Baron, so it's a collaboration between Stumpy's and Still 630. And I was gonna drink this one, but then I realized that I want us to do an episode on this. And I didn't think it was quite right for me to sip on something myself tonight that I have every intention on us having together but not everyone would think that way, Ryan. We understand that. Not everyone would think of others first.
Right.
End of conversation. Just Brad said, I'll be driving to St. Louis from
Acknowledged.
Indy in a couple weeks. Where should I stop for some killer store picks? So I'm drinking a killer store pick tonight of Elijah Craig from Lebanon Wine and Spirits, which is not immediately on the route from Indianapolis to St. Louis, but it's not far off.
And
Look
is
up-
absolutely the place you should go.
It is absolutely the place. There's two places you need to go.
Effingham?
3 places you need to go.
Actually, 4 if you count Dan's basement, which is actually the place to go, if you could.
Yeah, there are a ton of barrel picks in my basement, but you're not invited. I'm sorry. But yeah, stop.
I'm not either.
Effingham.
It's not personal.
Yeah, exactly. Stop in Effingham at A1 and see Nirav. He's always got good barrel picks. And then stop in Lebanon, Illinois, to Lebanon Wine and Spirits. They are okay. So Brad said Effingham's already a planned stop. So yeah,
Awesome.
stop there, and then stop in to Lebanon Wine and Spirits in Lebanon, Illinois, and then stop in at Dean's in Collinsville, Illinois. Those are the only 3 stores you need to worry about. Somebody a minute ago, yeah, Gene talked about Save On. They can eat my whole ass. We already know that.
Man,
So,
we haven't mentioned I just got like a nostalgic twinge talking about Save On.
Don't get me in trouble. That's all we're saying.
I make no promises. But yeah, so I decided to grab this barrel pick tonight because I haven't had it in a while, and having like sipping on it right now reminds me just how damn good this bottle is. It's an old one. This is from probably 2 years ago. But God, it's good.
What's on the sticker? on that pick?
The guy who did the tour with us
Oh,
when we picked it, he was retiring shortly afterwards. So it was Alan's Kentucky Hug.
oh,
Was
that's
the
cool.
name of the barrel pick.
Looked like a Geek Squad employee at first with the blue polo. That's what I was seeing from a distance. Which I think would also be a killer label if you just put some random fucking Geek Squad employee on your barrel pick.
Well, I want to remind you guys that for our barrel pick, I actually wanted to do something similar. Do you remember that? I wanted it to be something about John Clayton, rest in peace.
Oh, okay.
He could act like he was dead,
yeah.
but he's not. I mean, but I was like, that'd be funny. Also, anyone know where I can find Maker's Mark 46 cask strength? I can't seem to find it anywhere. No, I have not seen any 46 cask strength since like September or October. Probably won't be re-released until another maybe next month, actually. I think they do a release every 6 months or so. So
One of
might look into some.
one of the Royals by me, one of the Royals in like the St. Charles-ish area, but this one could have been like in Wentzville. They have a couple locations, but one of them had like cases and cases of it a couple months back. But I agree with you, Dan. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
But they had I think I sent you pictures, Dan. They also had like those FAE picks. Like they got some of those in late and they had like cases
At the
stacked on.
FAE?
Yeah. And I believe
Because that's 2021 release. 2022 was BRT.
This was a while back. I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I believe it was the FAE, and I would have sent you pictures of it.
Okay. So, yeah, so their 2019 was RC6, and they only did one release. 2022 was Shua go. Oh fuck, Shua.
I agree.
So anyway, I don't want to get banned for bullying my best buddy Shua that I love so much. You know, I love the. I'm just gonna stop. You are awesome, Shua. But so anyway, so 2019 was RC6, 2020 was SE4 PR5, 2021 was FAE 01, 2022 was BRT 01 and 02.
Yeah, right.
I heard. I've heard.
Is that all from memory, or did you Google it on your computer?
It's from memory.
Damn. It's that SIUE education right there, dude.
Hell yeah. Hey, did you guys see the SIUE basketball player do the haymaker on Tennessee Martin?
I did. And my neighbor's son is a freshman on the basketball team. He's like this. Yeah, he's like the 7 foot, like long, lanky white dude on the bench.
Yeah.
And you can see him in the background. He's like pointing like it was their fault. He must not have seen the punch. They might have won. They might have won 15, 20 games when we were there in undergrad, all 4 years combined.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And even for a couple years after we left, they were miserable too.
Yeah.
Because that's when, like, I think a year to 2 years after we were out, that's when Ja Morant came through.
Murray State.
Yeah, and he dropped, I want to say like 50 or something like that on SIUE. And there's like a highlight video on YouTube you could see of him just destroying the Cougars. Like one of his like early hype videos is just him like absolutely laying waste to Edwardsville.
And then he shot a couple of our players after.
Hey, listen, dude. He didn't discharge the weapon. He merely brandished it. Okay. Allegedly.
Quote Norm Macdonald, allegedly, but also really.
Also, I just want to say, one of my favorite NBA players of all time is Gilbert Arenas, and nobody can ever take that from me, okay? One of my other favorite players is Ja Morant, okay? And I would have told you that 2 years ago, so it's fortuitous.
I just want to point out that I'm not a basketball fan. Is his name Ja Morant?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never heard of him. I was not a fan of him based on not knowing who he is, but knowing that he brandished a weapon towards SIUE basketball players, he's top 5 for me now.
Well, I hate to break it to you. There was no, as far as I know, there is no accusation that he did that. But also,
Oh.
SIUE players are not fucking snitches either. So if he did, they would have kept their fucking mouth shut
We
till the
wouldn't know.
season was over.
We wouldn't know.
Oh man.
We're gonna, yeah, the class of 2015 is going to the grave with that one. Don't have to worry, Ja.
Shua, I am old. That I've never denied. So Shua goes, "Don't surprise me." Doesn't surprise me that you. It shocks me that he actually used proper English here. If he was typing in Tagalog, I would have trusted.
They
it better.
autocorrect that shit out.
But doesn't surprise me that you didn't know him. You're a little old. Yeah, I am absolutely old.
Well, not only are you old, Ben, you're also
boring. I know.
Well, no, I was gonna say is a lot of your youth was spent in Baghdad.
Yeah, that's true.
So like there's also references like even from like quote unquote your heyday, you lost that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan stopped paying attention to sports when Oscar Pistorius shot his girlfriend.
I knew about that. So yeah, he was South African and
a Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, yeah, that's right. I don't remember when that was, but
I think like 2014, 2015 ish.
By far my favorite runner.
Norm's got a whole bit on that on Conan, man. I'll send it to you guys. He's like, I think one of the things you need to be a sprinter is having legs.
Not wrong.
Hey Ryan, did you know he's dead?
Norm, I know.
Okay.
I know.
I think you got to separate the art from the artist with Oscar Pistorius, you know.
He's getting out of jail next year, I think.
Do you think he'll come back? You think he'll What a story that would be to make it the comeback story. The return.
The Paralympian returns. He's like got one less arm. He's fucking running around. He might come back. There's not a lot of fucking people with no legs running. Not a lot.
I feel like if he comes back,
Live has ended.
Yeah.
We get banned?
Yeah.
For what? Oscar Pistorius?
Hateful behavior.
Oh,
Your live access was suspended for violating our hateful behavior policy. We don't allow content that 1 attacks, threatens, incites violence against, or dehumanizes an individual or group based on protected attributes.
He's a murderer.
2 includes slurs unless the terms are reappropriated, used self-referentially, or aren't disparaging. 3 praises or
aren't disparaging slurs. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or 3 praises or promotes any hateful ideology.
It was probably because I said Oscar Pistorius was by far my favorite runner. You think that's what did it?
I don't
what
know.
A fucking limp-wristed.
So, do I agree with this decision? I don't think so.
No, appeal that shit.
Can we get back live during the appeal?
It's a whole no.
Oh, it's not like sports where you can appeal and you can play like in baseball until.
I'm saying, okay, so I disagree based on community guidelines should be adjusted to allow live videos like mine. I've seen similar live videos on TikTok. I don't understand the violation reason. TikTok misunderstood my live video. I've live streamed similar content on other platforms without getting suspended. I should have gotten a warning first. The restriction time is too long, or something else.
I would say they misunderstood. It's just a mistake. I feel like there's an algorithm and a filter that's just way too trigger happy.
And I mean, they banned, like, so far they're saying a full week. Like, that's long.
Plus, aren't you supposed to stream this weekend?
No, that's the 25th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would never stake any, like if my income was like as an influencer, I would do everything I could to get off of TikTok. They do this shit all the time. It's just like auto ban, like whatever, like kind of seem like you're being shitty. You guys think TikTok's gonna get banned? You hear about that? It's like
They've been,
always in the
they've been saying that since Trump was president.
yeah. It's always on the possibilities.
That's fucking ridiculous, man. Or was it your comment to Shua as a joke?
I don't know. I like. What did I say to Shua though? That could have been bad.
I don't think it was anything. It had to have been our. It must have been our Oscar Pistorius talk.
I'm not sure.
Because,
I really don't know. I don't think anything was that bad.
Because I stopped myself before I said anything I thought that could have gotten me banned for Shua. And then I said, if you were typing in Tagalog, but that's not even like that's clever because he knows it's an insult, but there's nothing like surface level wrong with saying if you were typing. So his mom's Filipino. Filipinos speak Tagalog. So that's the reason it's clever, right? Like, anyway.
How long until you find out if you're unbanned?
Maybe tomorrow. I don't fucking know.
But we're on live for what, 25 minutes?
18.
18?
All right, well we just need a little more padding, and that's a fucking episode for me.
Yeah.
Another brother showing